I am gonna review The Sponge Who Could Fly, aka The Lost Episode. It is about when SpongeBob wishes he can fly with the jellyfish. And I like this episode. Let's talk about the parts I like. I like SpongeBob wearing a bat suit. Let's see, what else? I like SpongeBob getting a prank call from Joe Mama. SpongeBob putting the hairdryer in his pants. I like Patrick's character in this episode. I like the songs. And I like the part when SpongeBob was on the kite and the kite was tied to the bike and Patrick was riding the bike and he was dragging SpongeBob on the ground. That was funny. And let's talk about what I don't like. I don't like everyone in Bikini Bottom who is being a jerk to SpongeBob. In one scene, they literally tried to kill him. And spoiler, in the end, those idiots threw a funeral for Pants. Pants! They treat SpongeBob like crap because all SpongeBob wanted to do is follow his dreams. Anyway, the SpongeBob parts are a little bit boring to me. This is my opinion. But it's not boring. It's just a little bit boring. The SpongeBob parts are a little bit boring. Now let's go to the Patchy parts. Not bad at all. At least they made me laugh, unlike the Patchy parts from SpongeBob's house party. And well, they're not bad, they're not great. The Patchy parts from SpongeBob BC are better than these, but whatever. So let's talk about what I like. I like Patchy acting like a kid. I like Patchy looking for the last episode. I like the ending, the last of the Patchy parts. And I like when Patchy was in the shower and Patty flushed the toilet, so the water was hot when Patchy was in the shower. And what I don't like about the Patchy parts is it's a little bit boring and there's not that many jokes in here. And it takes up 7 minutes of the episode in the beginning. The Patchy parts, this is my opinion, would have been better if it was more short. It would have been better, but whatever. Anything else? Well, the whole episode is a little bit boring. This is my opinion. A little bit. It's just a little bit boring. And there's not that many jokes in this episode. Don't get me wrong, there is jokes, but great. Excuse me for a sec. But it would have been better if there was more jokes, because in this whole episode, there's not that many jokes. It would have been better if there was more jokes. I recommend this episode. And, well, what would I give this out of 10? This is my opinion. I can't give it an 8, 9, or 10 because it has to be more funny. It has to be more better. And yeah, it's just I can't give it 8, 9, or 10. I would have gave it a 7 if it wasn't boring at all. But since it's a little bit boring and this episode passed by too fast for me, And this episode is 22 minutes. It feels like 11 minutes because it like passes by too fast. Sorry. And I think they rushed things. Like in this episode, I noticed like they like rush things. Like they rush it, you know. They like rush. I think I'm saying that right. SpongeBob to like do a lot of things so he can fly. For example, he tried to fly a plane. He tied balloons to a bench thingy. And he tried to fly wearing a bat suit. They like kind of rushed those things. They kind of rush it. So, I would have given it a 7, but since the episode ended up like this, I give it a 6 out of 10. I like this episode. Don't get me wrong. There is a few problems I have with this, but 6 out of 10. And this is my opinion. At least it's passing. It's not like I gave it a 2 or something. If I give it like a 3, it failed. But as long as it like passed 5, it didn't fail. So this episode didn't fail. It's 6 out of 10. And thanks for watching. Again, I like this episode. And I like the songs too. But I do forget some parts of this episode. This episode is a little bit forgettable. Because I remember some parts of this episode, but just some parts I can't even remember from this episode. I like this episode, but 6 out of 10, it's good for me. Well, thanks for watching. And in the comments below, comment what would you give the Sponge Could Fly. If you want to, you don't have to. It's just if you want to. Or you can comment what do you think about this episode, The Sponge Could Fly. Do you like it? Hate it? Do you think it's okay? Do you think it could have been better? So yeah. You can comment if you want to. You don't have to. It's if you want to. Thanks for watching. Bye.